My name is Mills Soko. I am a senior lecturer at the University of Cape Town's Graduate School of Business. I think the Commission is a very important initiative and a long overdue initiative, in the sense that its work, it's evolving in a context where the global trade talks are stalled. There are concerns about the future of the multilateral trading system because of this deadlock at the WTO, and the Commission is a very important initiative because it seeks to establish what the underlying programs that confront the global trade system are, and to propose ways in which it could be they could be resolved. So in that sense, it's very critical, and I'm very pleased with the composition of the Commission, and it consists of various people who are extremely experienced in the area of trade, not only economists but also political scientists, sociologists, and that helps in terms of providing a holistic analysis of the kinds of problems that the trade system faces. There is a concern that when the Uruguay round of trade negotiations was completed and a deal was made, the concessions that developed countries agreed to make, for the LDCs were never followed up on. And there's a great deal of unhappiness on the part of many LDCs that the developed countries have not been able to follow up on the commitments that they made in terms of the outcome of the Uruguay round. The key issue that confronts LDCs is integration into the global trade system. A lot of them are marginalized from global trade. They have serious internal problems which make it difficult for them to engage meaningfully in international markets. And this is where the challenge of the WTO is, to integrate those countries into the global system. And that is critical to their social and political stability, and also to the economic prosperity of those countries. One of the deficiencies of the system, though, from the perspective of LDCs, is that very few developing countries, especially LDCs, have made use of the dispute settlement mechanism for all sorts of reasons. One of those is that they lack the confidence, they lack the resources and the necessary, technical and capacity to engage with a dispute settlement system, and that is a major deficiency that needs to be corrected. I think what is important from the perspective of LDCs is that they need to be supported, to make sure that when they undertake trade liberalization, that does not harm their fragile economies. They must be given the necessary support in terms of technical capacity, in terms of adjustment costs, in terms of structural funds, to ensure that trade liberalization does not undermine the very development that they seek to achieve. And so trade liberalization has to go hand in hand with other initiatives, with other policy initiatives in terms of ensuring that development is not undermined. The WTO's mission is to regulate trade, is to facilitate trade liberalization first and foremost. There is an understanding that trade liberalization, if it's not sequenced, it's not paced, it could undermine development. And so I think what the WTO should be sensitive to is the fragile nature of the economies of the LDCs, and to provide the necessary support, to ensure that those countries are integrated in a meaningful, and balanced fashion into the global trade system.